Good evening, everybody, on this Sunday scaffolding session. I decided, sorry, with all the live meetings that are happening, etc., that it was important for me to actually look at why it is so important to attend live meetings. So I'm actually going to have an open mic. I've got a whole lot of stuff here, but I'd like to hear from all of you why you think, forget about what happened at Bloom, that's coming at the ADT, but I want to know your thoughts of why you think it is so important or so much better for live meetings, whether it's sizzle sessions or little home demos or whatever. Why is it so important for these meetings for our group?
I think it's because you can feel other people's enthusiasm about what is happening.
Correct. Yes. Well, we certainly felt that. I'm an adrenaline junkie, and that adrenaline, it's unbelievable.
I'm excited about the live meeting, the convention, because I'm going to connect.
It's contagious.
Yeah, it's a connection with people in your business that you don't actually normally see. I'll be meeting with 4 of my downlines, one I've never met, or 3 of them I've never met, and Rosemary again from Clarksville. So for me, I look forward to that.
And we humans, we need that liveness, for want of any better terminology. One can sit in front of a screen, and I think it was Cindy that was talking at Bloom, who said she's zoomed out because everybody wants to have a Zoom. So the result is you then spend 7 nights a week on Zoom. And she said just being able to see, touch, feel, hear a normal human being instead of a screen makes all the difference. I think we've got too much screen time in our life in general. A lot of people spend all day in front of a computer screen because that's what their job is.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very close up there. I'm fortunate in that I can interact with humans on a daily basis. And the fact that we've now lost these stupid face nappies, where we can actually see people smiling and see a face, it just humanizes everybody more than sitting behind a screen. Yes, it's very convenient sitting behind a screen. I mean, just look at where all of us are. For us to be live right now would be logistically impossible, basically. But so this is very convenient, but it doesn't beat that live interaction, and especially for one-on-ones. People want to be able to see, taste, and smell, which you can't do on this sort of thing.
Correct. I've got here that something different happens at live meetings. As all of you have been saying, it's just different. It's just different. Those of us that were at Bloom, how could we have felt what we felt at that church service, the praise and worship service on the Sunday morning? That you can't do that on Zoom. We can't dance like we danced if we are here on it'll be a bit stupid with us dancing on the camera. But there's the middle of the dance floor. Yes, it goes mad. And it was such fun. And you're all going to learn to line dance. And we're going to have such a lekker time. It's just so awesome. But we can't do that on Zoom. I got to do that on Zoom. Why? I do it by myself, but not in front of Zoom, no. And then we learn. We learn a lot in a short time.
Connect with
I mean,
Google.
look at our ADTs. In that hour or 2 hours at a live ADT, you just get a different vibe and you see different people and you walk up. How much better is it to walk, or as Chris, what is her name? Krishna Dolman's, Mr. Dolman, he had to run
Llewellyn.
all around the hall because he took shortcut, George. And that's so much more fun. Imagine at like this, you just get to say, well done, congratulations. And everybody maybe claps or smiles or nods or whatever. But there you actually get the adrenaline. I love running up those stairs and running along the stage and clapping the hands of everybody and running down again. To me, it's just fun. And I enjoy that. I don't know about the guy that was in front of me. I don't know if he enjoyed it, but I enjoy it. Adrenaline's fun. And I'm sure we increase our belief in ourselves, in the business, in the products, because we hear what other people have experienced with the business and the products. And the biggest thing, I think, it increases our motivation. I'm sure when you come back from a sizzle session, when you come back from an ADT live, when you come back from convention or Bloom or anything like that, you are fired up and you're just ready to roar this business. And it's good that we've had this last week of quite a few rehashing of Bloom. We've got to keep that momentum. We've got to keep that motivation. We've got to keep that fire going. We've just got to keep it going. That is very, very important. And as they say, what goes around comes around. If you have organized a sizzle session and you invite your team to that sizzle session, and then you get the next team member to organize his or her sizzle session, they will come to your sizzle session because you'll go to theirs, and if you organize one, they will surely come to yours. You support each other if you're in the same community area. And I'm sure we build stronger relationships. I know Mandy's face and her shoulders on this Zoom. How many months, even years, have we met like this? But last 2 weeks ago was the first time I met, hugged, laughed, danced, cried with Mandy. And I think we got to know each other quite well. I didn't realize that little quiet lady on the corner there was so quiet. I met my match. Yeah, another mad one. I like that one. So yes, we don't do that when there is on a Zoom, but on live meetings, it's so much better. We learn to know each other. We build stronger relationships with each other. Also, to talk on Zoom, I remember the first Zoom, I was petrified of this stupid thing. Now, it's easy to talk on a Zoom. But who of us will stand on the stage quite happily and talk to 750 people quite happily without a problem on the stage? We get out of our comfort zones, and it teaches us to get up there and maybe be an MC, maybe be a leader, maybe talk on a subject in front of people live. It's so much different than talking.
Jenny, your sound died. Jenny, your sound died.
Comes
I'm not hearing you.
Okay, I'm still here.
Okay. Good.
Debbie, you still there?
I'm still here.
Your picture
John's
is
still
frozen.
here. Can you see him?
Yes.
Yep. Your pictures are frozen, but we can still see and hear you.
Sean's also frowning. I don't know if he can hear me.
Now I can.
I think it's our signal this side, because I know Drummond's quite bad too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that it sounds as though you're stuttering.
Mm.
Oh, maybe I am.
That around.
No, you're not.
I agree, Jenny. I agree with you. Definitely live is better than Zoom, but I must confess that having Zoom, you get more people and wider coverage. So
Yes.
we wouldn't be able to talk to you if we had a Zoom, had a sizzle session here. So yeah.
Yes.
Or if you had a civil session in East London.
Yeah.
Mandy
So-
couldn't come.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, the importance of attending all events, Zoom or live, are very important, and they all have their up points and down points. Zoom is, as we've all said, geographically, money-wise. Imagine I went to Bloemfontein and filled my engine up for 1,200 Rand, just one way. Or filled my car up with 1,200 Rand one way. Imagine having to ride to Durban every other night for one of these meetings. No, we all won't be able to be there. So we're going to miss out on a lot of training. So Zooms are the future. COVID taught us to Zoom, and then the price of petrol went up. So actually, it taught us to handle what's coming up for us now, because it's so expensive to ride, for me to go to Butterworth, or for me to go to Port Alfred or Grahamstown. That's right here in the Eastern Cape, but still it's far. And for Sean to go to Durban twice a week, it's just too far. It's not going to happen. So I don't know where everybody else stays in connection to each other right there in Durban, Natal, but it takes a lot of petrol. So Zoom is very convenient, but I think we're actually preaching to the converted here, because this is the same bunch of 7, 8 people that come to every Zoom. But we must try and encourage. Beauty is very excited because they're getting new network up in Butterworth, because she said she would love to come to Zooms, but not even the normal MTN, Vodacom, Cell C data can happen, and just cuts out on the mountain where she lives. So she's looking forward to some sort of a network that's coming in. So it is important, and they become very thirsty and lose their sizzle. As we learned in the Own Your Life, we need those logs in that fire to keep the sizzle burning. Otherwise, it's just going to become a hot coal and then just sizzle out. So we do need each other.
And you know,
What
Jenny,
else
I know it's expensive to go to Bloem and it's expensive to go to the convention. But when you think about something that we got like in Bloem, that wouldn't cost 100 Rand. It wouldn't cost 3,000 Rand. I think 3,000 Rand is for one day. So
It's a value.
yeah, it's not the cost, it's the value.
I've always said Bloem is priceless.
Definitely.
You can't put a price on that value, on what you get out of it. There's a medical thing coming up in the not too distant future. To attend live, it's going to cost in the region of 7,500 to 8,000 Rand. Online, they want to charge 3,500 Rand. That is for the equivalent of a Bloemfontein weekend.
Yeah.
And that's excluding traveling there, staying in the hotel, and traveling back again. And there's a lot of other network marketing programs that actually charge that sort of money to their teams to attend.
Yeah.
We are horribly spoiled. we don't understand what we've got available to us, because the information is priceless. When I look at coaching programs and I'm seeing these guys, they're charging $90 an hour. You do the conversion times 16 or 17 at the moment. That's $90 per hour for a coaching session. That's a very, very, very cheap price, because some people are charging $9,000, $10,000 for coaching.
Yeah, it's a
We are
money
getting
making.
the same thing for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's also a commitment. If somebody books for Bloom or for convention, or even prepares to go to a boot camp, that is a little bit of a cost, although what we get for boot camp is also priceless, and the little bit of cost to get to PE for me is nothing compared to what it's 4 days of dinner, lunch, bed and breakfast plus training for mahala. So, but the commitment to actually go, we've got to what's the word I'm looking for personal growth. We must invest in personal growth. And if you're not prepared to invest in yourself, to train yourself, to motivate yourself, then actually you're not going to go anywhere. So
You won't
it is
grow.
it is a case of investment, and I'm very, very sure that's why Charlie insists on we paying 100 measly little rand for the 3 days, just as a sign of commitment to pay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because if you
Because it's
get-
peanuts, really.
Yeah, because if you get something for nothing, you will not value it. I know that's personal experience. If you get something for nothing, you do not value it. If you have to pay, regardless of how small, if you've got to pay for it, you value it more. Whether it's a psychological reasoning, I don't understand it, but I've seen it at work, where if a patient gets something for nothing, they don't appreciate it. If they've got to pay, it might be, okay, to them, it's probably a small fortune, but to most people, it's nothing, but they've got to pay. They will appreciate that thing 1,000 times more than if they get it, just get given to them for nothing.
Oh yeah, that's a fact, for anything, no matter what it
Correct.
is. You could give somebody, you can give products to somebody, and you think you're doing them a favor by giving it to them, sort of like, free or whatever, to help them. You're not helping, because they will not see the value of the product at all until they have to pay even a little bit, but they got to pay something, definitely. And I do think that, like Debbie said, there's value in both situations. It's like, well, look what COVID taught us, how important it is to have personal contact with people, I've just spent the afternoon sitting with a friend and having coffee with her and catching up. We haven't seen each other for months and whatever. It is such a difference compared to just talking to each other on the phone, So whatever it is, I mean, personal contact is important. But like Debbie said, we can't do that when we're all over the country. So having those Zooms and being able to talk to each other from all over the place, it's amazing, or all over the world for that matter, It's amazing. So yeah, there's value in both, but we need to just recognize the value of every situation. That's what it is.
The thing is, with the convention and with Eagle Team conference for the weekend, it's only once a year. Convention is once a year. Eagle Team conference is once a year. So really, it's twice a year, and I like these Zooms, but twice a year we just need to put a bit of investment into our own businesses and go. And just to put our pride down, if you need help, ask, and let's see, maybe we can do fundraisers or fates or something. But but yeah, don't, as Charlie said, don't let your ego get in the way of your success.
Yeah,
That's
there's
very true.
another thing as well. If you're in by yourself with Zoom, you are doing well compared to whom? You know, we don't know where we are, and
That's right.
Debbie and I were quite amazed. In Bloom, you are seated in their term, in their rank, how you did over the year. And I used to loathe those meetings where certain people used to be in front of me, so they were more senior to me. They did better than Debbie and I. And that gave us a lot of
Motivation.
sort of motivation to say, no way are we going to let that person
Be behind it.
yeah. So if you'll only appreciate this when you start sitting at the tables.
Well, that was
And
Maddie's
that's when
comment.
Yeah.
Where she
Yeah,
said,
but
I was determined not to be taking notes on my lap anymore. I was going to sit at a table.
That's right. Yes.
that's what was motivating Debbie and I.
Yeah.
We hated our papers falling on the floor, and we loathed that. And we just couldn't wait until you got to the table. But you're doing well, or you're doing how compared to whom? And it's only when you go to these big conventions and you see the other people and their recognition. Now, it can be very demoralizing when you see someone, like when we were in, I think it was Germany or something, a guy took 3 steps in 1 year. Please, we can't even take 2 steps or 1 step, you know. So we say, hey, if that guy can do it, so can we. It makes it look possible. So it gives us more believability when you go to the bigger meetings.
Mandy met some
And
nice
this-
friends.
Yes.
I also think
just
that
to-
if you go to the meetings, and you do Zoom, it makes you well-rounded. So it gives you a chance to come out of your shell and meet everybody. And when you get to the live meetings, then you can really have a party.
Yeah,
And we're gonna have a party in where? Pretoria. Oh yes.
wow.
Oh yeah.
I better not send Debbie by herself this time.
Did you see that?
I'm
Did I-
going by myself.
have we? Oh dear me. Did you see that B&B that I sent? It was not a B&B, it's a guest house. Lekker slaap.
I haven't had too close a look at it just yet.
Is that the
Okay.
one that you sent me, Debbie? Because
Yes.
okay, good. That at what a very nice cheap price. And I said, please book me in. But for everybody on the Zoom, whoever else is going alone, I'm going alone. Beauty and Yuliswa are going. I don't know if Beauty and Yuliswa have, I'm sure they've got family up there. They're going to try and catch a bus going up. I'm going to try and catch a flight going up. But I'm alone, so I need somebody to share the room.
Is Mandy going up?
Yeah, I'm going.
Well, that would be very dangerous putting those two together in one room.
know.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah. I won't be booking. I thought I'd book sooner, but yeah, once we've, Jenny, I think you said we've got a convention 2022, haven't we? We've got a chat 2022.
I'll check. We do
Uh,
have convention.
No, I don't think so.
No, not
But we'll change it.
convention.
We'll change
Yeah.
it if we have to. I'll find
Yeah,
one
I
and then we'll get it on.
Yeah, and we'll just put on there the people who are going to Bloom. So the minute they want to go to Bloom, they must let the leaders know, and then we can put them onto that chat. So we know exactly how many people are going and how many people want accommodation and how many people want travel, transport.
Yeah, there we go.
Year Life Convention 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
thought
so
we had one.
I don't know who the admin is, but we'll remove everybody else and just leave the people who are going.
I think
Man,
Sean's at.
Debbie, you're the admin.
Mandy, how are you getting up to Joburg or to Pretoria?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Oh.
sure yet. I'm just wait to see if my husband's going to go up as well.
That'll be-
Okay.
Mandy, that'll make a fantastic difference to Les.
Yeah, I don't know whether he'll go to the meeting, but he might travel up with me.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
So if
because
you-
at this stage I'm wanting to go. I'm a bit nervous about traveling on my own though. And I want to also stop over and see my brother. And then I have got accommodation in Joburg.
That's in Ladysmith, Norma.
No, my brother's in Newcastle.
Oh,
And I have a
Newcastle.
friend in Joburg, and I've actually spent some time with her this weekend. And she said, "So when are you coming up?" And I said, "Well, I don't know because I'm not sure about traveling on my own." She said, "Well, get somebody to travel with you, and then just let me know if you need another space to sleep." So,
Okay.
so there is accommodation. There will be accommodation there.
Yeah, but
Fantastic.
Joburg, the meeting is now in Pretoria.
Yes, I
Norma.
know, but last year when we went up, we stayed with her. I stayed with her in she's not actually in Joburg, she's in
Centurion.
what's that place?
Midrand.
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 She's in Midrand.
Yeah, it's halfway there.
Yeah, so it's not that far, and it didn't take us that long. Just that I can't remember all the details of the map, but I'm sure we can use Waze or something like that. Not going to be a train smash.
Okay. I see that Barry and Liz they're not on the Zoom, they can't get on. But Jenny Holiday, are you going to be able to manage to come? Or do you think it's
Yes,
still?
I'm going to stay at my friend Zandile, who lives in Pinetown. She and I will catch a plane and we'll stay with Nandi, her sister. And
Okay.
for the weekend, and we'll go to the convention and then we'll go back to Nandi and we'll fly back on the Sunday.
Okay, cool, good, all right. So
Brilliant.
you sorted, okay, cool.
Is Dominique going?
Sorry?
Sorry, John, no. Not coming up. Next time.
Okay,
I've got a few things blocking me at the moment.
And see,
Right.
are you going? Yes, I'm going. I was thinking of flying. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can travel with me. If you're not going to fly, if Mandy's not going to come, and Jenny's definitely not coming. And you've met my brother before, so
yeah, we'll talk,
you want to talk. Okay.
yeah, we'll talk. We'd like to meet your brother because I want to know why he hasn't joined Near Life.
Yeah.
I've given up on them. I've given up on all my family because they think I'm nuts. They think I'm nuts.
We had someone in our Osprey team whose sister wouldn't join for 5 years, and he just didn't understand. And then suddenly, miracle of miracles, she joined underneath him, and now she's such a winner. But it took her 5 years of persuasion.
Wow.
So some people might just take a bit longer.
I can identify.
Can you?
If it
Shame,
helps,
Jenny, what's going on?
if it helps, a lot of Charlie's relatives have not joined either because they believe it's also a farce and he doesn't earn the money that he says he does.
What?
Yeah.
Charlie's
Yeah.
family? No.
I met Charlie's, I don't know what it was of Charlie's, I think it's his nephew. He actually was in a first aid class with me, and you should have heard what he said. He emphatically says that the checks that Charlie's got is just a written piece of paper. It's fake. There's no such thing. There's nothing to do with this near life that Charlie's got so rich. Charlie's just pulling a fast one. And he went on and on and on. I said, my friend, you don't know what you're talking about. He says, man, you're all just talking about rubbish. But I think he's jealous.
Gosh, just his attitude.
Yeah.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Okay, guys, the time's up. So let us sell events. Go out and really, really, really sell events, whether it's Zooms or Sizzles or ADTs or conventions. Go out and sell events to your team. And I think that way it will build you up as well as the team up.
100%.
And the first event is tomorrow
Don't
evening.
tell it, sell it. Don't just tell it, sell it.
Sell it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Well done. Jim.
Okay,
Don't forget
Well
tomorrow
done.
evening at 7:30. New one, Monday motivation.
Monday Monday movie motivation.
What's
Yeah.
on tomorrow? What's on
7:30.
tomorrow? What am I?
Motivation.
7:30.
So
What's
is it-
happening
is it not on Monday and Tuesday now?
Yes.
Okay.
No, hang on. I've missed something. What's happening on Monday? Is it us or is it Neolaf? What?
It's us. Monday, we're having a tape. We're going to be doing a DVD. So,
I'm not
yeah.
in on Monday, Debbie. But is there a replay? I have something
No.
on every Monday night.
it
Is there a
can't
replay?
be. Yeah,
We're going to redo the whole.
we're trying something new. So tomorrow,
Oh,
on
so
Monday,
you're doing tape. Oh,
we'll try.
Maybe I'll
Don't
do
you don't
record
want
it.
to do? How about we do the Sean's recording thing on Mondays and then we do the movie on Tuesdays and we can all watch.
No.
Yeah.
Sean's one is vitally important because that will stretch our understanding
Our
and our
knowledge,
knowledge.
yeah.
We need that.
Yeah,
That's
but-
vital.
You wanted to swap
Yeah,
it.
but my,
Yeah.
no,
Don't-
my point is Sean's one, we can listen to the replay. If it was on a Monday, I can listen to the replay. Whereas the thing that you have on a Monday, if it's a movie and things and I can't see a replay, I'm missing out completely.
Don't worry, I'll make a
See
plan.
what's-
I've already got something. Huh?
I will make a
Sean
plan.
will make a plan. Don't worry. Sean will make a plan.
Thank you, Sean. That would be stunning. Yeah, if you could, it'd be great. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
All
Okay.
right.
Bye,
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.